Just talk about that last play with the interception.
We were in a man-free defense, and you know, as you saw, the quarterback likes to scramble a lot. So he looked to one side, I broke that way, but when he went to the other side, I just followed him. I happened to see a guy running down the sideline, so he must have been trying to throw it to him. So I guess it was underthrown, so I just tried to make a play, and I did to seal the game.
Jamahn, how important was it? You guys haven't been generating a lot of pressure on the quarterback defensively. You were able to do that today. How important was that? And, I'm asking the question I already know the answer to, but I want to get it from you. How big was that for you guys in the secondary?
Oh, it was absolutely tremendous. I mean, pressure on the quarterback means the quarterback has to get it out of his hands, and means the quarterback has to make bad decisions. So when it comes down to the passing game, if you can get pressure, that takes a lot of stress off of the defensive backs. So I mean, it's just huge for us.
Coming into today, I think Shirk was, number 4 passing, and of course Smith was top receiver. How much pressure was it on you guys this week coming in?
We knew what we had to do. We knew we had to stop Smith. Is that his name, number 1? Yeah. We knew we had to stop him. They like to go to him all day. So our thing was to get hands on him, to kind of knock him off his routes as much as we could, help each other out, help the corners out, and I think we did a successful job in that.
Tell me, leading up to this game, obviously, you know, your coach's last home game. What does it mean to your players to pull out a victory for Rocky today?
Oh, it's real big, you know. Not just for Coach Rees, but for all the seniors. It's just a real big thing because everybody wants to go out on top. Everybody wants to go out with a W. Everybody wants to be remembered as a winner.
Okay.
So it's just real big.
Okay.
Kevin, rushing yards were kind of at a premium in that first half on both sides. You kind of got things going in the second half. Any adjustments at halftime, or?
No, I don't think it was pretty much adjustments. I was talking to my line. Is, you know, we got a thing called kick out or log block outside or kick outs inside. And I just felt the first half, you know, I was focused and you know, I was running running the football, you know, a little bit more, you know, like I was running. But at the same time, I felt a little timid, and then I came in the second half, got a little, you know, boost, and then nothing changed. I think it's pretty much the will and determination to get the job done, especially when your team rooting for you. So that's pretty much how I feel my energy after that.
A lot of adjustments on your offensive line today.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought they handled themselves well.
Very, very well. I love my line. Pretty much like what we was running today was we played 32 down or 21 sweeps. Our guard does a good job of kicking out, which just causes the holes inside or sometimes logs outside. And pretty much the last run in the fourth quarter was pretty much a log block where I was able to get outside. And I just kept running. So that's pretty much the line does a very good job.
The defense played exceptionally well throughout the day. The big touchdown run, you know, I think that there was a call missed on the flank that allowed him to spring it through. But I give Millersville some credit. They came today to fight. They weren't going to roll over. They got beat up badly last week, and they didn't come in here like the beaten dog. They came in here barking, and we had to silence them. So it shows some good character on their side. Possibly showing better character on our side by the fact that we hung in there, we were resilient, and when we needed to, we came back and won the game. I thought our kids were playing hard. We oftentimes weren't playing smart, but we played hard, and we could be a whole lot better. But we found a way to win against a tough opponent. I thought the Millersville defensive line really came after us. There wasn't any great adjustments, really. Just a matter of cleaning some things up and trying to get it done better. And then, of course, the win was a factor a little bit. So we had a couple of balls that I think the win took a little longer than we would have liked them to. They could have been big plays. And a few punts that got knocked down a little bit. So I'm more happy about the fact that our kids found another win. We're talking about our last 4 games being a 4-game season. This was number 2 of the 4. You got to go win it, and they found a way to get that done. And I'm happy for them because they've had their guts ripped out on several occasions this year, and still come back for more. Good, resilient people, men who understand hard work and the value of giving a great effort.
speaking of your great efforts, that you have to be pleased with that goal line stand down. I mean, outstanding.
Super. I mean, I wasn't real happy after I realized we had to get the ball off the goal line, but you know,
Right,
it was a super job by the defense, stopping it from that close in on 4 attempts. Just a great job.
Yeah, okay.
Coach, you-
That was really the turning point of the game, maybe.
when we talked on Thursday, you mentioned that defensive pressure on the quarterback was going to be big, and I thought you made sure played miserable all afternoon.
Yeah, I thought that our defensive front got after him, but his big plays came when he broke us on contain on the scramble. And of course, that's always one of those things, a bit of a crapshoot, whether or not we're going to come out of it smelling like a rose or looking like the vine. But overall, we got great pressure on him all day. We'll work to keep containing the quarterback and see if we can continue to do that next week.
You mentioned the resiliency of this team, and have you ever had the injury bug bite you as much as it has this year?
Probably someplace along the way, but you let bad memories go. But we've been nicked and dinged, and this week in practice, Kevin had a practice at fullback, right halfback, left halfback. We've got today we couldn't play with our starting left tackle; he was down. We're limping to the finish line, but we're going to get to the finish line as winners.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is that says a lot about the kids that are playing behind us.
Absolutely. I mean, we are a blue-collar team, and we're going to work hard. And we appreciate good work, and we realize that the only way to get something is to work hard for it.
The formation along the offensive line, was that something you had to come up with today, move kids around to where they were, or when did you end up?
We took our right tackle, moved him to left tackle, brought in a backup tackle to play right tackle. We had to practice our right tackle at right, left tackle, and he was the backup guard. So if we had an injury, we had to shuffle the deck. Depending upon who got injured, we had 4 or 5 different ways we had to shuffle it. We were running thin and beat up. The best thing for getting beat up is healing with a win.
I heard that. It cures all, you're right.
Tom, anything else?
That's
Steve,
it.
you're good. Kevin?
Just one question, Coach. The ceremony after the game, obviously, it's probably a touching moment for you. Can you talk about what you probably said to the team and the band when you had them all around you?
I'm not exactly sure, but I told them the game was about them winning. The game is for them. What people want to say and do for me is icing on the cake. The kids are the cake, the game's the cake, but I wanted them to know how much I love them, and I do. I was much more emotional today than I thought I'd be, both pre-game, through the game, and certainly afterwards. And I thought I was a little more salty than that, but evidently I'm not.